What's up guys, it's Josh. Today I just got a quick video on about choosing Dota 2 characters. Now, today it's gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna categorize, well, you already see the categories up here. I'm gonna tell you that my 3 favorite and some players that you guys may enjoy playing as, but me personally, I dislike them because it's really hard to play as them for some of their skills. So, first off, for strength, I would recommend Dragonite, because he basically, for his ultimate, he turns into a dragon, and all his abilities are really helpful. Like, Dragon Blood basically makes him super strong and heals faster. Dragon Tail is like a, what you call it? It's a stun. You like walk up to an enemy, you slash at him, and you like get stunned, and you can do some damage to him. And Breathe Fire, pretty explanatory. You just shoot fire out of your face. So that's a Dragonite. Who else should I? Wraith King, he's very helpful. I like Wraith King because he shoots those little guys out, stuns them, and damages his enemies. This enables life steal, so you don't have to get that tunic thing. It's the skull. This allows critical damage, which makes him really overpowered, because he can run up to any enemy, and basically if he gets this and you have the skill maxed out, he just runs up to enemy and like can 3-hit him. Just 1, 2, 3, and the enemy's instantly dead. And if you have leftover mana, this comes really in handy. You probably read it by now, but what it does is if you die and it's not cooling down and you have enough mana, you will instantly get revived practically from your position, so you can come back and just crap on people's days. So those are 2 guys, and my 3rd guy would be Axe. Axe, he's pretty easy. He's just a melee character. This is what makes him really, really powerful, is when you get this maxed out, he just starts spinning in a circle, and sometimes these can carry over, and if he spins in a circle a couple of times, then he just can wreck your day in Dota 2. Also, his battle hunger is very helpful because he basically makes you, if he cast it on you, you take damage over time, and it slows you down. So if Axe really wants to kill you, or you really want to get someone, you can easily just go and crap on him. Axe, basically, as it explains, taunts nearby enemies, forcing them to hit him, which it just gives you extra armor, and this is mostly used for creeps if you're trying to kill all the creeps. Those are helpful. Culling Blade, you just whack someone on the head practically with your blade. The image looks a lot cooler than it actually is in combat. You just hurdle on a person, they get slowed down a little bit, and then you can also destroy them. Also, for the strength class, this area, I would have to say that Pudge is the one that I dislike due to his ability of Meat Hook, which, what it is you have to throw a little hook out. Basically, you throw your Meat Hook, because he has a blade and a hook. He throws the hook out, it hooks onto the enemy, and as it hooks onto the enemy, well, first of all, before it hooks on the enemy, anything that's in your path that you're trying to hook, it'll hook it and bring it towards you. And it costs a lot of mana to do this ability, but you throw it out practically. If you hit your enemy that you're trying to hit, you're lucky. But if you don't, then you just wasted a bunch of mana, and it gets really aggravating. Rot, God, it just sounds stupid. Basically, it costs no mana, And what happens is he, like, because he's Pudge and he's stupid, he releases a toxic cloud around him that hurts his enemies and slows them down. But at the rate it hurts them, it hurts you as well. So that comes aggravating. Flesh Heap, you just resist magic and get a little extra strength. No biggie. Dissembler, this is only his good ability. It's only like 2 really good ones. He has 3 abilities, but there's only 2 that cost mana, and this is the only actual good one. Basically what it does is he just casts this ability where he just goes ham on you with a butcher knife, and he just starts slicing at you for like 4 seconds. You're stunned and you can't do anything while he's just whacking away at you, and that's really aggravating. So now for agility. My top 3 agility characters are Drow Ranger. Here, let me get back to her. Drow Ranger because of her frost arrows. And her frost arrows practically, when she is in combat and she's a higher level and she's dealing a good bit of damage, you got all your items and all that, then you can auto attack for her frost arrows using the combination Alt, and then you press the key that you want to do it, and in this case this is Q, so you press Alt Q and it'll auto attack. So whenever you attack an enemy, it'll use your frost arrows, but you can only use this later on in the game. But if you use it later on in the game, it will destroy enemies. And as you're wrecking enemies with her, she can also silence them, which it's like she lets out a gust of wind. It silences an enemy, which keeps them from using any of their abilities, which is also helpful. This just adds range bonus damage, helpful in combat. This adds to her agility, because she's an agility character. It adds to her agility skills. And that's pretty much Drow, but she can destroy people, and depending on certain items you get, she'll just attack like super quickly as well. What are some other guys? Oh, Phantom Assassin. Oh god, why did I do that? Phantom Assassin, she has okay ability. She can teleport, and she can take one enemy and her and teleport y'all together and dealing bonus damage. Her Stifling Dagger, she throws like a dagger that deals some damage. It really slows enemies down. That's mostly what people use it for, or just denying creeps or last hitting creeps. And this is what makes Phantom Assassin so great, is her coup de grace, or grace, however you want to say it. Whenever she runs up to an enemy, she has a 15% chance to, and if you have this maxed out, she has a 15% chance of doing almost 450% extra critical damage. So if she hits like an enemy once with this, and then like 2 regular hits, they're dead instantly. So that's always a fun little deal going on. Also Ursa, if you guys are into jungling, this guy's really good. So you'll get Fury Swipes and Overpower, which allows him to just hit, it ups his attack speed a little bit. Fury Swipes, it allows extra damage per your attack, and you'll see it'll show that icon above like an enemy's head. Earth Shock, he'll just hit the ground dealing damage in an area around him. This is what's the most fun part of him, is he'll go crazy with his Fury Swipes, and he'll take like hardly any damage. But this only lasts for 4 seconds, but it also does not take any mana, which is helpful. So now that I've covered all the good agility characters, and I would only use Ursa, guys, just a little note, only use Ursa for jungling, and you gotta tell your people before you start your game out that you're gonna be like, is it okay if I jungle with Ursa and stuff, before they're going like against this other group of 5 people and they don't want to get wrecked while you're jungling. Now, actually in agility there are at least 2 guys. Wait, is it only 2 or is Meepo in here? Should have planned this out a little bit more, but damn. Oh yeah, Meepo's in here. Stay away from Meepo only because his final ability is he gets extra Meepos, is what they're called, and it's where there's more of him. But the problem is the more of him, if one of them die, then you die also if one of his clones die, not your original self. So stay away from Meepo. And Ricky, he's okay. The only reason why I would say to stay away from him is because he plays as an invisible character, and there are other invisible characters, but he stays permanently invisible, as you can read. And what the problem with this is, it's a terrible way to learn the game of Dota 2, to play invisible, where you walk behind enemy lines and enemies can't see you. So that we've covered agility, we're gonna move to intelligence, which not everyone in the world has, but we're not gonna cover over that. But Crystal Maiden, she's always good, freezes, stuns enemies, and plays a really good support role. This just like shoots some stuff down from the sky, ice, and does a lot of damage to enemies, which can help you in combat. Another enemy, or not enemy, another person I would recommend is Lich. His other abilities right here are okay. His sacrifice is pretty helpful, because you basically, for only 25 mana, you consume one of your creeps, and you get extra mana from that. The more health they have, the more mana you get. This is what his big seller is. So if you got 2 people channeling in a lane, what you do is you can take a ball of ice that deals a lot of damage, and you shoot it at those 2 guys. It'll just keep reflecting back and forth off those 2 enemies, bounce, 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 like they're passing a basketball or something. And they will eventually just die because they keep staying together, trying to get away, get back to their fountain or whatever to heal, and they both keep taking damage, and that thing won't die for a while as they keep doing this. So it's 2. Now our last intelligence character I would recommend is Lena, and this, it's like Dragonite's fire breath, but instead it looks like a phoenix, and it just shoots out, dealing some damage. This stuns enemies by casting fire on their spot. They stay there for a few seconds so you can wreck them up some more. This, it stacks throughout your game, and it's called Fiery Soul. She gets attack speed in this, and she gets to move a lot quicker, but it doesn't stack a ton. 3 is the max, and it only lasts for 10 seconds, as you guys can read right there. Her last one is pretty helpful because it deals a crap ton of damage, and if you get this maxed out, you're just owning the entire game. So what it does is, as you can read, fires a bolt of lightning at an enemy unit, dealing massive damage. And this is leveled maxed out. It costs a ton of mana, but when you shoot this off at an enemy, you can technically kill them. And what's the problem is with this is it only charges for 50 seconds, so she can crap on enemies and stuff. So you could cast this and save a little mana and then just throw a dragon slave on them, or just light strike array them, stun them, and then do that and wreck 'em. Lion also has a similar ability to that, dealing a lot of damage from a distance, cost a lot of mana, but can crap on people. And also Warlock is an honorable mention for this. He plays a really good support role. So if you got a heavy guy like Axe in a lane, you could run in with Warlock and practically trap them in like a bubble. And I'll just show you his ultimate real quick. It's called Chaotic Offering, and what it does is he casts this like pet out of nowhere, and it is like a giant guy that's like another hero, which is pretty crazy. Guys I would stay away from in intelligence is, well, to be honest, I like a lot of the intelligence characters. Most of the time I will go with either strength or an intelligence character. But one guy I would decide to stay away from is, what's his name? What is his name? Come on. Damn. I don't really know. I only play with those real 3 characters on intelligence. If you guys have any guys that you guys, any guys that you guys don't say you shouldn't play as, please leave in the comments. I feel like that was pretty helpful for Dota 2. For most of my channel, I'll be uploading Borderlands 2 and Dota 2 content. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace out.